Is the carnivore diet good or bad for the gut? Today, I'm going to walk you through a doctor doing the deep dive on carnivore's effect on your gut microbiome. Let's get into it. Welcome, everyone, to my very humble life. I've been doing insulation by myself in my building for the last 3 weeks because nobody wants to do it and get paid for it. But I digress. Let's talk about what the carnivore diet does to your gut. I am doing a commentary video on a doctor. She's Indian, so I'm not going to blow up and butcher her name. I'll just call her Dr. Raj. And she is explaining the mechanism behind what the carnivore diet does to the gut. For a long time, I have been warning people to be careful doing a carnivore diet, to make sure that you're doing a high-fat carnivore diet. And now people are saying that carnivore diets make you insulin resistant. Bunch of garbage. But I digress, which some people say, like, stop saying I digress. I've been saying I digress for a long time. A lot of people do not know what to believe, or they will go all in on eating these high protein diets, which are promoted to lower your insulin and take down inflammation. But not a lot of people are talking about what actually happens to the gut when you cut out fiber, let's say for a year, and just do a strict carnivore diet. I've been saying all along that when you cut out that fiber, well, you lose the ability to create butyrate. And butyrate is just one of the enzymes that's going to help the gut. We want to create short-chain fatty acids that help heal the gut wall. So when you take out that fiber, you might feel better because you cannot deal with the anti-nutrients in food, which you are supposed to be able to. We've got enzymes and certain things that will break down oxalates and some of the other salicylates and gorgogenic effects to the body. We have the ability to break down some of these anti-nutrients, but we just shouldn't be a vegan. But with that said, let's pull her up. And why don't we listen to Raj Reese? Like I said, I don't want to destroy her name. Well, let's hear what she says about the carnivore diet. Now, she's talking about, this is a long video, so I'm just doing a snapshot because it's so late, of her talking about the gut. Here we go.
So here are my takeaways on the carnivore diet. Do I think that the carnivore diet is horrible for the gut microbiome? Well, honestly, I used to. But after working with these two patients, I've come to appreciate the nuance. And their stories reveal that the context matters. Let me explain. Let's start with the first patient who had persistent bloating from intestinal methanogen overgrowth, also known as methane SIBO. Do I think that the carnivore diet is a cure for SIBO? The answer is no. SIBO is driven by underlying root causes, like slow gut motility.
And a lot of you have small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So context does matter.
Incomplete digestion of food and dysbiosis. SIBO causes a lot of food sensitivities, which is why a person may feel better on a carnivore diet, which would also reduce the gas levels and improve symptoms. But it doesn't fix these root causes, and when fiber is reintroduced, the symptoms tend to come right back. In fact, the longer you go without eating fiber, the harder it may be for your gut to tolerate it again.
Your body sort of forgets what to do. It's also the same thing with histamine response to some of these anti-nutrients. Not just the lacking of fiber, but also a lot of these foods, a lot of these carbohydrates, let's just say that they're high in histamine. And when you have a histamine overload and you just take out all the foods that are making you feel terrible, your body loses the ability to cope with this histamine response. We're trying to develop things like diamine oxidase to lower histamine once it's introduced to the body, so it doesn't stay in the body and just break down tissue. Carnivore is not the solution. You have to learn how to tolerate foods, ultimately dealing with optimal health. But let's continue.
Practice, SIBO is one of the main things I treat every day. In fact, I'm a prior SIBO sufferer myself. So that's why I developed a 4-phase approach that's extremely effective because it addresses the underlying root causes of SIBO. So in phase 1, we promote motility with meal spacing and a prokinetic called motility activator. In phase 2, we reduce the gas levels with a low FODMAP diet, which restricts only certain.
And here's where carnivore is just better than a low FOB diet. It's just better to do carnivore for a small amount of time to get the inflammation down.
Types of fibers. In phase 3, we reduce inflammation using spore probiotics with immunoglobulins. And then
you really have to do. I did spore-based probiotics once, and I felt so bad. And here's where individuality plays a huge role. A lot of these doctors will just put everybody in one group. Hey, we'll just use soil-based probiotics. No, not everybody can do that. I had a superhistamine response to those types.
Phase 4, we finally kill the SIBO bacteria using herbal antimicrobials. So if you're struggling with bloating and you'd like to...
And some people can't handle herbal antimicrobials, rather. They just can't. So with that said, it is time for me to pack it up. Pack it up. Well, maybe I should look at the beginning of this video again. Let's see what she's got to say.
Welcome, friends. I'm Dr. Rajshri Nabujapad, and today we're going to dive into one of the most controversial diets on the internet, the carnivore diet and its impact on the gut microbiome. In my practice, I specialize in the gut microbiome, and I help patients with all types of digestive symptoms. So testing the gut microbiome is something I do every day in my practice. Have you ever wondered what happens to the gut microbiome when you go on a carnivore diet and eliminate all plant foods? So no fruits, no vegetables, no grains, zero fiber. Just meat and animal products for months or even a year or longer. So can the carnivore diet truly heal chronic illnesses? Or does it quietly damage the gut microbiome? Online, opinions are extreme. Some claim it's the cure for everything from bloating to autoimmune disease.
It's not, but I like that she's being objective. She actually used 2 different people for this observational study.
While others warn that it could wreck your microbiome and increase your long-term disease risk. So what's the truth? Today, let's move past opinions and look at the objective stool microbiome data from 2 of my patients who went full carnivore. One stayed on it for a year and the other for 4 months. So they both cut out all plant foods and had zero fiber. But interestingly, they had very different outcomes. So be sure to watch the whole video.
And here's what really counts. We have different levels of damage. We are all different. You can't go by what a guru experiences. You can't go by what your neighbor experiences doing a carnivore diet. We are just so freaking different. And that's the moral of the story. Comment below, share this content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page is Stephanie Business Person. And I'm out because I'm a turd. That means I'm tired. Sleepy time.